take the hit and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And he's got a man open. That's Marshall. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And a pretty nifty hurdle there before he's brought down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw, Kaepernick. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They go back to the air here after the INT. Fitzgerald's got it right side. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Kaepernick to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you hear screen, screen, screen on defense, that's a little bit scary because you know a big play might result.
He was so ready to get to part 2 of the screen, he forgot part 1, couldn't get the ball. And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. Now a play fake. Kaepernick out to his left. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
They send Green to the left on his own. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr, the outside linebacker, Drops him for a loss of 6.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Lockett, the return. And here comes. Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And out of bounds there on the kick. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. To do the honors and get us started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They come out here in the eye. The first carry for C.J. Procise. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to one remaining. And a great spot to start this drive from here. 380. Here's a carry now for Mike Gillisley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now the offense. The red zone. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they...
I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner, but where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Right back to Procise. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
They're going to go, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39. And Detroit getting set to go now. Now, hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Who got 17? Who got 17? Hey, wide 20. Wide 20. Let's go, Stan. Make some noise.
They'll run with Gillislee. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Detroit. Mike Gillislee, 38 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now after the touchdown, send it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The drive starts with C.J. Prosise. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, they run. Again, it's Prosise. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
They give them 15 more, and it's another first down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Prosise on the toss. Muscles him off. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8.
All right, now, look at 56. Back to Philly. Here we go.
They'll pitch out to Procise. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll run with Procise. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And oh, what a catch. That one good for 21 yards. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Deshaun Jackson taking it in. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
On defense, coaches always preach running to the football, getting there as fast as possible. On that play, the offense used their speed against them, ran the reverse, and hit them hard in the other direction.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Set 380. 380.
On 1st down, Tannehill. On the slant, he gets it to Clark. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Detroit. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The 4-time Pro Bowler Herman Moore, his first grab of the game.
Led the league in receptions twice. And just think about, he was the game plan. When you had to line up against Detroit, circle him, find a way to stop him, and rarely did teams get that done.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Now Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And they just did not get the snap away in time. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw on second down is Tannehill. Looking middle, and it's caught by the tight end Clark. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
So a penalty that can frustrate a coach so much, a mental error, and it'll back him up 5 yards. And boy, again, they won't get this off in time. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. Clark. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Now Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. On play action, now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain.
It's automatic. The entire bench on your side is screaming, watch the fake, watch the fake. And somehow they got it done anyway. Talk about falling asleep at the switch.
And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag. So the offense has it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Brady going to throw. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. Give him 9 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. Brady going to go on 4th down. Holmes has got it complete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that one. And it'll give the Ravens a first down. toss left to Procise. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond?
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. C.J. Procise, 40 yards. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deep. Maybe if we've...
And this throw will be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout. And now we get a top players here for this Madden matchup. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis ready to go in the booth. We hope you're ready to go at the controls. Let's play. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. Opening kickoff of the game. I can't believe we saw that. I guess, Charles, that's something as a coach you go and premeditated, right? Maybe you saw something on film.
Phenomenal job, and what a beginning to this game. What else do you think we have in store for us today?
Excited to find out. Just getting the party started here with a recovered onside kick. And he's brought down. They'll get 16 yards there. And it's good enough for a Baltimore first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And the good thing about the top-notch safeties, they can play from deep coverage, or they can play close to the line of scrimmage, and the end result is often the same, a big-time play for their defensive team, and that's exactly what we just saw.
7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. On fourth down, here's Tolbert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Time running out here on the play clock. Staying on the ground, going right back to Tolbert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked him down in a hurry.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, again, they go pro-size. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
A second down carry for pro-size. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Pro-size on the toss right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They'll go with pro-size. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third down.
Could be a blitzer.
Now Brady, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out the backfield, the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective third down play to move the chains. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing, are my feet going to get down inbounds? I'm going through his head. Might have caused him to drop it.
6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in the running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And a cut to the sideline. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. C.J. Procise, a 23-yard run. And the Ravens are in for 6. They'll run it. This is Procise. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Brady to throw on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Brady. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Trying to punch it in with Howard. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Here's Procise. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This is Procise on the carry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that was a gutsy call. In today's NFL, that is a passing down. But they broke tendency and in a big way, and they were rewarded with a big run. Now they're set up with 1st and goal. Got to give a lot of credit.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. 2nd and goal to go now. Now they'll run it on the toss. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. A gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player. There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now Brady, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd like to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing now is Brady. He's got Evans. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be a Chicago 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's...
Gotta give some credit in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive line.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Evans from 13 yards out. And the Bears will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
He's going to look deep down the field. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. Passing game here now. In the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Now gone. He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 45 yards. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. So they're going to go for 2. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Play clock winding down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Evans is alone to his right. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Back now in Baltimore. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's got some space here. And look out, I think he's going to go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now it's gone. Trying to lay one up deep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And up 2 scores late, no clue why you do this here, but they're going to go for the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Onto the field now come the Bears. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going up top. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And now Baltimore gets set. We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Well, we thought this could get interesting. Here's interesting, an onside kick to start this thing. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it. So how about that? I mean, wow, go on the road, start the game with an onside kick. They recover it. Bold, but hey, it turned out beautiful.
His team might even say gorgeous.
A first carry for the rookie Process. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
The play clock's running down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And, oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Cousins, and complete to Moncrief over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. School, and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now, because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Now Cousins. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
Coons back out now to kick this away. Goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? when they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's going to take another shot here. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They are going for it. Goff. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go with Perkins again. And a short gain here down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll try to pick it up with Perkins. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Here on 4th down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Paul Perkins, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Coons on now to kick this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And now here come the Ravens. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. Fresh set of downs here. So with that, we come upon the 2-minute warning here in the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Procise. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
From the 50, it's Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 50 yards. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2nd down, Cousins. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. Dante Moncrief. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Dante Moncrief, 65 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. On now to kick this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Set now to kick. And off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
First down. Here's Cousins. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're going to hurry back to the line. Cousins now on second down. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Cousins. Moncrief brings it in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll throw again. Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Here we go now.
Final play of the half. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth. Number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now they'll run it on the toss. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They are going for it. Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on down. They'll run the option left. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the... Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden, with it. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They start out with a run from Procise. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Back now in the East Bay. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Play action. Here's Goff. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. And this is caught. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But that kind of loss of yards, that is usually an error by the guy carrying the ball. At the 1-yard line,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. C.J. Procise, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. So out come the Raiders. late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterback.
Oh, no, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Play action. It's gone. He's going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Here's Goff. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. C.J. Prosise with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. They come out here in the eye. On the handoff, this is Procise. Room here to run. And he cuts it. And now look at him go. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A huge play. 59 yards. They'll hand it off to Procise. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Escaping the play. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. First carry for C.J. Procise. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They were in the 4-3. Mike linebacker made a great tackle.
And when that happens, generally it means that the guys up front, the forward-down defensive linemen, have absorbed all the blockers and allowed him to run free to the football. He ends up with a textbook tackle.
Surveying the field. Going for the deep ball. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. Third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Bryant spread out to the right. Brady again here on 2nd and 10. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. Surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Brady going to try and throw on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only one on that play.
They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throw left side complete to Sharp. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And this doesn't work. The Steelers two sides to every coin. You come on the road, you get the onside kick to start the game. You don't get it, and now your back's against the wall a little bit.
You're exactly right. You nailed it perfectly. And so many ways to go at it when you're on the road. You think to yourself, well, if we start on defense, we blitz them early, try and create a big play. If we start on offense, we throw the big pass downfield. In this case, they said, forget all of that. Let's do it on special teams and try and catch them off guard with an onside kick unsuccessfully.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a third down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
And into the end zone. Touchdown.
Quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a pass, accounted for, he turned it into a nice game.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Play fake here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Goff now looks to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down. To throw on second down is Goff. Backing up. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got it at the 15. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 52 yards.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that got the extra time that allowed for the big completion downfield. Those guys made that.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. C.J. Procise taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Right back to Procise. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
On second down, here's Newton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after completion. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Now Newton. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now they'll run it on the toss. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 20 yards on the pickup there. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal.
That's a big league run. Takes them down inside the 5-yard line. And momentum definitely on the side of the guys on offense. And if you're an offensive lineman, you love to run the football, especially out in the field where there's some space. But I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. Those guys like it in tight, too, because they get matched up and they get to show just how stout they are in a tough situation. They're recommending they run it again.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. On 3rd and goal, Procise. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. What a stand so far defensively. Bring up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. Back to throw, Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Wake up! Watch safety creep! Watch safety creeping! Safety's creeping! Set, 180! Check 59, Mike! Mike is 59!
Throwing on third down, Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Third and short, it's Procise. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. C.J. Procise with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And his kick is right through. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now Newton on first down. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
A final shot before break here. Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll throw now on the final play. Deep drop. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, How about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT. Completion left side to Miller. A gain of 6 there on first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Cam Newton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Cam looking to throw. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth-quarter do-or-die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects in this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Third and long. It's gone. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. And now a first down following that long gain. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Here's Newton. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game.
Throwing is Newton, sliding out of the pocket. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now a first down throw for Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Newton. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Cameron Brate, 54 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown, and so likely will kick an extra point. Looking forward, special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. K.J. Wright in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. But it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again, and I think one of the best.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing here, Newton. And Brate, the tight end's got it. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Newton. He's got time in the pocket. He'll dump it off to Procise. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Tight end left. 20.
On third down, Procise stays on his feet. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure.